Hey guys, what's up? Today we're going to be making a video that's a little bit different, and it's going to mix kind of my passion for fitness and motorcycles. With a lot of different bikes like the R6 and the Goldwing, it's important to be able to keep your riding position. You don't want to be sloppy with your riding position. You want to be nice and tight and always have good form. And then also with big bikes like the Goldwing, you need to make sure your fitness is up to be able to handle those bigger bikes. And same thing with the R6. When you have a really aggressive riding position, when you're really leaned over, you want to make sure your fitness is at a level where riding isn't extremely uncomfortable for you. So today's going to be a fun video where we do 5 different exercises that are motorcycle focused. So any type of riding you do, these exercises are going to help your riding and ensure that your form stays good, and you can go out and just do longer rides and everything will be more enjoyable. So yeah guys, let's start talking about riding positions between these bikes, and we'll start getting into the exercise. So when you sit on the Yamaha R6 or pretty much any sport bike like that, the thing you immediately notice is these rear sets where you put your feet are very far back and high, and the seat height's pretty high, and the handlebars are extremely low on these clip-ons. So you're kind of stuck into this pretty aggressive riding position where you're leaned forward. And a thing a lot of people do is they put too much weight on their wrists when they're riding the bike. But one thing you need to keep in mind with riding these sport bikes is you want to use your knees and your feet to take off a lot of that pressure. So what I mean by that is you're going to want to use your legs and your knees to squeeze the tank, so you relieve pressure on your wrists and put a lot of your weight on the pegs themselves. That's going to keep your form a lot better, and you're going to be able to ride longer and not have that really bad wrist pain when riding. So that's one thing to notice about sport bikes, and we're going to address some exercises that help with that. But let's step over and we're going to look at a bigger bike like the Goldwing and see what problems those bikes can pose. Alright, so here we got the Honda Goldwing. If you see these bikes in person, they're pretty big bikes, and the touring segment is definitely, something us motorcyclists at some point in our career are probably going to head towards. And these bikes, like the Goldwing, can weigh a lot. Like this bike, for example, I think weighs like 800, 900 pounds, something crazy compared to bikes like the R6. So whenever you have a bike like that, you want to make sure your legs are strong enough. And yeah, you may look at my legs and I'm probably going to get a bunch of comments roasting me, but really you want to make sure that your strength is there, and you don't need to be insanely strong. You don't need to be out there squatting 600 pounds, deadlifting 700. Just have good strength and good mobility, and that's going to go a long ways with these bikes. And when you get on one of these bikes, another helpful tip is instead of keeping this left foot here when getting over, I would place it right here on this little peg area, and then you can swing over, and then that makes it easy. Just keep both hands right here, lift it up, and the main thing is just balance. Try to keep it right on the center of gravity. You don't want it to tip or anything. And so we're going to address some exercises that really focus on leg strength, because that's important when you're dealing with such a heavy bike, especially when you're coming to a stop and if for some reason you need to be able to support the bike. So we'll address some exercises like that, and then also some shoulder exercises, because your shoulders are going to need to be able to hold your arms out for a long period of time. So yeah guys, let's get to those. Before we start these exercises, I'm going to tell you guys something that you need to do these exercises. Honestly, you really don't need anything. Worst case scenario, say you don't have any weights, you could do these just with your body weight alone, but it would be preferable to have, if you have any set of dumbbells around the house, these are going to help a lot. And if you don't have dumbbells, you could just grab a milk jug, or just grab a jug and fill it with water. That'll be, a gallon's 8 pounds, so that'll be good enough. So it's not going to be important how much weight we're doing here. We're going to be focusing more on hypertrophy, so lower weight and then just higher reps, and that's going to give us the mobility, but you're still going to see that increase in strength. So let's get to the very first exercise. All right guys, the first exercise we're going to focus on is a straight-legged deadlift, and they're also called a lot of times Romanian deadlifts. So what you're going to want to do is grab your weights, whether it's dumbbells or whatever. So you're just going to want to pick them up first, right by your side. And the key thing to this exercise is keeping your back nice and straight. It's going to focus on your lower back strength and also your hamstring strength. So kind of this area of your leg is going to be focused, and your lower back, like I said. So what you're going to want to do here is have your feet about shoulder width apart, nice and parallel, and your weight right in front of you like this. Keeping your legs nice and straight and back, and then just kind of bend over. And so the key thing with that is, like I said, hypertrophy. So you're gonna wanna be focusing on lower weight and higher reps. So I'd recommend like 5 sets of 10, 5 sets of 12. Just get a lot of reps in, and that's gonna help with a lot of your hamstring flexibility and your lower back strength. So that's a great exercise. All right, guys, the second exercise we're gonna focus on, which is probably the best one in this whole list of exercise. If you're gonna do any of these, this one's definitely great for you. And that's gonna be the back squat. So maybe if you're in middle school or when you're in football or something, you probably remember getting underneath the squat rack with the barbell and then just squatting like this. That exercise is great because it's gonna build your legs, like your quads, your hamstrings, your glutes, that's gonna be built, and also your back. Your lower back's gonna be also increasing strength a lot, which is extremely important for bikes like the R6, where you have that really leaned over position and you wanna have a strong lower back and also a strong core to support you. So I'll show you how to do that even with a set of dumbbells. So you don't even need a barbell or squat rack. And honestly, you can just do your body weight, Just have your arms like this and then like that. And I'll show you from the side. Nice shoulder width, back straight. Just like that. And if you want to incorporate some weight, like dumbbells, you could just flip them up like this. So yeah, you don't have to do anything fancy. Just like I said, get a lot of reps in. Try to do good form. Look back in this video or other YouTube videos on how to squat properly. It's gonna help a lot doing correct form. Like I said, that's gonna strengthen your core, your lower back, your legs, and it's just gonna make you a better motorcycle rider. So let's get to the third exercise. All right, guys, the third exercise is gonna really focus on your shoulder. And that's important for riding sport bikes or even Goldwings because your arms are outstretched, they're out in front of you, so your shoulder is gonna be constantly flexed, it's gonna be activated, so you wanna make sure that shoulder has good strength, it can do a good amount of reps, because when you get on the bike, it's gonna just feel a lot easier, you'll be able to ride longer. So I'll show you 2 different variations of shoulder flies. So you can grab your dumbbells or any weights, pick them up. Here's a lateral raise. This is gonna work more of your lateral side of your shoulder. So you can just grab your weights like this, raise, nice and controlled, guys, that's the key thing. And then also you can do a frontal raise, so like this. Just like that. And so if you do a lot of reps of that, you don't even have to go heavyweight. That's gonna definitely begin to increase the strength and endurance of your shoulder muscles, which is gonna help you ride with better form and longer. That's the key thing we're working for here. So let's get to that fourth exercise. All right, guys, the next exercise we're gonna focus on is the lunge. And this one's great because it's gonna be incorporating a lot of balance with it. I personally struggle with lunges, and it's probably because I don't do them enough. But they're great for motorcycle riding because they're gonna focus a lot on your leg strength and your flexibility associated with that, as well as your balance and your core to be able to balance you as you go in for the lunge. So first off, I'll show you without the weights how you could do a lunge. You could have your hands right here, just go out nice in front. Like I said, that's gonna focus a lot on your legs and your balance with your core. And if you want to make it more challenging, you know, you can grab that milk jug or your dumbbells and just do the same thing. Nice at your side, looking forward. And just try to be control as possible. I even struggle with that, but the more controlled you are, it's better to do lighter weight, good form, and that's gonna really help, like I said, with your strength, your balance, and just create this, you know, this hobby of motorcycling. It'll just increase your pleasure because you'll be able to ride longer and ride with better form. So let's get to the last exercise. So the last exercise is gonna be focusing on your calf. And that's an important muscle because when you're riding a sport bike, I'll show you up here on the pegs. A lot of times you're up on your toes on those pegs, and that's gonna be flexing your calf. So you wanna make sure you have nice strong calves so you can ride longer, and I'll show you how to do that with this nice, simple, easy exercise you can do literally everywhere, and I actually do it everywhere. So it's just gonna be a simple calf raise. You can do this with no weights, and I'll show you how to do it. So just like that, you know, getting on your toes, holding that flex, trying to contract those calf muscles, it's gonna really increase the size, and you can grab weights to make it a little more difficult, so I'll show that for you. Sweet. So yeah, that's a great exercise for your calf. All right, guys, that was a really fun video. I hope you learned something new, and maybe I hope you start incorporating that into your, you know, your motorcycle hobby, or honestly just life in general, because the healthier you are, the more flexible, the more mobile you are, you're just gonna have a more enjoyable life. You're gonna be able to do more things and do things longer. So if I left out an exercise and you wanna see it sometime, or just comment down below so other people can see it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, you know, don't go too heavy on the weight. Focus on your form. You know, weight isn't everything. Just be, you know, do body weight if you have to. Just, you know, whatever works for you. So guys, don't compare yourself to others. Just focus on yourself. Make yourself a better rider with some of these exercises. And I hope you found this video informative. See you guys later.